Good morning from Sao Paulo, Brazil, as we enter day 3 of the 2025 IWBF U23 Men's World Championship, the Pool A match between Turkey and Canada. This game will start a few minutes late. A couple of technical issues with the backstop units being sorted out. So action will get underway probably in the next 10 minutes. Good morning once again from Sao Paulo, Brazil. The matchup between Turquia and Canada will be starting shortly. We had a couple of technical issues with the backstop units, which have now been sorted out. So the match will get underway in approximately 14 minutes from now.
Na leste eu nasci, a leste é meu lugar. Vou desligar. Senhoras e senhores, vamos à apresentação da equipe da Turquia. Número 3, Baron. Número 5, Mehmet. Número 6, Abibahim. Número 7, Hassan. Número 8, Rion. Número 9, Vedex. Número 11, Abda. Número 13, Burak. Número 23, Salim. Número 37, Rosan. Número 78, Bilal. E número 90, Burgi. O coach Batu. Vamos apresentar agora a equipe do Canadá. Número 4, Tai. Número 5, Keaton. Número 6, Jeff. Número 7, Broden. Número 8, Bernard. Número 9, Matheus. Número 10, Nefin. Número 11, Bredon. Número 12, Cameron. Número 13, Dislon. Número 14, Simon. E número 15, Ibrahim. E o coach treinador é o Narder. A equipe de arbitragem: Long, Matias, Rai e o comissário é o Taishim. Em posição de respeito, vamos ao hino da Turquia. Por favor, todos em posição de respeito para o hino do Canadá.
O melhor lugar do mundo é dentro de um abraço. Pro mais velho ou pro mais novo, pra alguém apaixonado, alguém medroso. O melhor lugar do mundo é dentro de um abraço. Pro solitário, pro carente, dentro de um abraço é sempre quente. Sem compromisso, o baby dentro de um abraço. É, tudo mais já está dito. O melhor lugar do mundo é aqui, é dentro de um abraço. Por aqui não mais se ouve tic-tac dos relógios. Se contar a luz, fica tudo ainda melhor. Os rostos contra o beijo, dois corpos um amado, os corações batendo juntos e compar. Tudo que a gente sofre, um abraço se dissolve. Tudo que se espera ou sonha, num abraço a gente encontra. Tudo que a gente sofre, num abraço se dissolve. Tudo que se espera ou sonha.
And welcome back to Sao Paulo, Brazil for the 2025 IWBF U23 World Championships. And next up we have the encounter between Turquia and Canada, a Pool A action. Referees for today's encounter, crew chief is Feng Nguyen Wang, and she is joined by Gustavo Mateus and Kathy Hay. Turquia coming to this match with a big win over Israel yesterday. Canada, of course, succumbing to Brazil on day one, and they'll be looking to get their tournament up and running with the victory today. And we're underway here in Sao Paulo. And number 7 for Turquia, Hassan, puts up the shot, doesn't land, and away come Canada through Brandon Louis. Louis passes it to Ty Milton, and now back to Louis. Good recover there from the Canadians, and Nassif Chowdhury in possession for the men in black. Quick pass into the paint, and Broden Nagel will get to the first points of this game. Turkey in position there with Arda. And he'll put up the shot and gets Turkey up on the scoreboard. Good work there from Turkey, number 11, Arda, and taking Turkey into the lead. Turkey setting up a full court press early on in this game, trying to put Canada under a lot of pressure, but Canada get away with Nassif Chowdhury, and he finds Broden Nagel. He's unable to convert, and quick transition by Turkey, converted there by Mehmet Payam. Chowdhury for Canada. Goes it to Ibrahim Odza, and Turkey will win it back. Quick hands there from the Brandon Louis in position now for Canada as they try to get themselves into the Turkish half. And good work there by the Canadians initially, but unsuccessful on that attempt there from Ibrahim Odza. And the Turkey team with Baran there, extending that lead out to the 8-point mark. Broden Nagel trying to find Chowdhury, but a little bit too high for the Canadian number 10, and Turkey will get the puts in there from Hassan. Brandon Louis in position for the Canadians, but putting a little bit too much pressure there on Ibrahim Odza. And unable to make the most of that opportunity, but they'll pick up the possession again from the baseline as the wayward pass from the Canadians goes straight out the backcourt. Turkey will extend their lead up to 14 points as the foul will go against Canada, and that'll see Domgul to the line for Turkey. So Baran Ugus to the line for Turquia. 5:56 to play here in this first period. An early healthy lead for the men in white. And Baran Ugus takes that lead up to the 13-point mark. Canada now with Chaudhry under pressure from the Turquia defense, but Ibrahim Odza will get Canada down the other side of the court. Well, inbound from the Turquia baseline. Brandon Louis plays it back to Ibrahim Odza, and he finds Canada's number 7 there, Broden Nagel, who converts. Long pass across the key there from Hassan, and into the paint comes Baran Uguz, unable to convert for Turquia, and Canada looking to break the press, which they do successfully, and Ibrahim Odza will take the ball down the left-hand side of the court. Enforced error there from Odza as he's called for the travel violation. Turquia in possession once again. Number 11, Arda. Turquia defense there, making it difficult for Canada, and the 8-second violation is called against the Canadians. Hassan will find Arda, but Canada managing to make it difficult for Turquia, and unorthodox shot goes up there from Arda, and it lands for Turquia. So 17 plays for 4 minutes 20 to go here in this first period. Of course, it's a Pool A encounter. Continue to employ the full court press, and Canada struggling at the moment to maintain possession, and the foul's going to go against Ibrahim Odza there, which will take Hassan to the line for 2 free throws. Hassan takes Turquia up to 18 points, and we still have 4 minutes left here in this first period. Canada in possession now with Ibrahim Odza, plays it long up to Broden Nagel. And Chaudhry now for the Canadians. fake there from Ibrahim Odza, but Canada unable to make the most of that opportunity. And on the other end of the court, Arda for the Turquia team, further extending that lead now, 16 points. And pass there from Chowdhury, finds Broden Nagel, and Nagel under pressure there from the Turquia number 3, Baran, unable to convert for the Canadians. And Canada again through Louis will find, well, almost found Nagel, but Turquia back with the possession now. Quick pass into the paint there, and Hassan Eferturk further extends the Turquia lead. Ibrahim Odza needing help. He manages to get the ball over the half court, but asking too much there of Ty Milton. Hassan across to Baran. And rebound collected for Canada by Jeff Ward. Once again, the press causing Canada a few problems, but they get it across, and Ibrahim Odza converts to grab Canada's 6th point of the game. Opens up nicely there for the Turquia team, and Baran will take Turkey up to 24. Ibrahim Odza. And Broden Nagel will find Jeff Ward, who gets his first points of the game as we move in towards the final minute and a half of this first period. Hassan will put up the 3, doesn't drop, and away comes Ibrahim Odza. But he's stopped in his tracks there by good defensive work by Mehmet. And Turquia win the possession back. Foul's going to go against Canada's Ibrahim Odza. Arda with the long pass to Hassan, and that in and out eventually falls for Turquia. 26 plays 8. Broden Nagel in position for Canada now, looking to try and hit back immediately. Lays it off to Ibrahim Odza, who puts up the shot. Wayward on that occasion, and away comes Turquia once again. Speedy transition from Baran, but he's unable to make a count. Turquia, however, will convert there with Bilal Mert. Broden Nagel in position now. Canada, Ibrahim Odza. Arda in possession for Turquia, looking for some space, passes it into the paint, but 24-second, correction, the end of the first period. So convincing lead here in Sao Paulo. Turquia 28, Canada 8. We'll be back shortly for the second period. Second quarter underway, and Canada will grab the 3 there as Ibrahim Otsa converts. First points of the second period takes Canada up to 11. Aroglu will find Arda back to number 23 there for Turquia, Salim, and he further extends Turquia's lead. Good work there from the Canadians. And number 8 there, Bernard Rosello converts, and he'll go to the line. Canada up to 14 now. 16-point lead there for Turquia. They will be stopped so that the Turquia player can get back up. Roglu will play it across to Arda. And Arda will put up the shot. Rebound collected there by Baran Oguz. And good work there from the Turquia number 3. Snatching the ball away from the Canadian defense. And Turquia now 32, Canada 14. Baran converting once again for Turquia. Timeout's going to be called by the Canadian coach Daryl Nordell. And lots to get through to his players. Just want to try and stay in the game. Obviously 20-point deficit early on is not ideal for the Canadians. Brandon Louis converts for Canada. Turkey in possession now with Arda. And he'll look to play it into the paint to the big number 23 there, Salim, and he'll pick up his own rebound and eventually converts for Turquia. 7:40 to play here in this first half. Chaudhry actually comes back to Brandon Louis. Rebounds collected there by Salim, and he gets the ball through to Arda, speedy Turquia player. Ibrahim Odza for Canada. Puts up the three, doesn't land. And away comes Turquia once again. Ayhan. Brendan Louis, closely watched there by Salim. And, shot clock down to 7, so Chowdhury will look to try and get the shot up, but loses the possession, and away comes Arda for Turquia. Good work there from the Canadian number 5, Keaton McKeechern. But Canada unable to take the opportunity, and once again down the other end of the court, Turquia looking to add to their points tally, which they do through their number 10 there, Bilal Murat. Ibrahim Odza for Canada finds Brandon Louis, and Canada move up to 18 points, 5:25 to play here in this first half. And good anticipation there from Chowdhury. Turquia though still in possession. Arda will put up the long pass to Onur Ayan, but Canada come away with the possession. Ibrahim Odza finds Brandon Louis, who will put up the shot, doesn't land. Arda will pick up possession for Turquia. Good mid-range shot there from Arda. Turkey up to 40 points. We still have 4 minutes 30 to play in this first half. And Chowdhury adds to the Canadian score, up to 20 points now. Quick pass from Turkia's number 8 there, Onur Ayhan, and he gets the number 11 Arda into a scoring position, which he gladly accepts. And Chowdhury looking to keep their points ticking over, but unable to convert, and Turquia come away with it once again. Arda, space opens up nicely for him, and he will convert for Turquia. And, 3-point attempt there from Ibrahim Odza, successful. So Canada 23, Turquia 44. We have 3 minutes to play in the first half. Turquia will keep the points ticking over nicely as Salim adds an additional 2. Chowdhury for Canada. Release there to Brandon Louis. His attempt finds the ring, and Turquia will come away with the possession once again. Quick transition from the Turquia team, and Arda will add to his increasing points tally, leading the game with 16 points. Ibrahim Odza to Chowdhury, and Chowdhury will get the shot up. Foul's going to go against Turquia number 10 there, Bilal Mert. So Nassif Chowdhury to the line for Canada. Canada making the substitution. Into the court comes Matthew Wilson. And Chowdhury converts the first attempt. Cameron Gelowitz getting his first opportunity of the game for the Canadians, whilst on the other side of the court, Aroglu will play the pass into Bilal Mert, and he takes Turquia up to the 50-point mark, and we have a minute and a half to play here in this first half. Cameron Gelowitz in possession, plays it out to Brandon Louis. Louis will find Ibrahim Odza, puts up another three, but rebound picked up by Salim. And away comes Turkia's number 11, Arda. Bilal Mert back to Arda, and his shot will take Turquia up to 52. Final minute of this first half. Jumper called there by referee Wang, and Turquia will maintain the possession. Timeout called by Turquia. 31 seconds left in this first half. Turquia now in possession. Final 27 seconds left of this first half. Arda looking for the pass into the zone, and converted there from Turquia's number 8, Onur Ayan. Turning the ball over, and last ditch attempt there from Turquia will not land, and at halftime here in Sao Paulo, Turquia lead Canada by 54 points to 25. Welcome back to Sao Paulo, Brazil, in the second half about to get underway here in the Pool A encounter between Turquia and Canada. And of course, we're at the 2025 IWBF U23 Men World Championships. Canada will get us underway here in the second half with a bit of a mountain to climb. Turquia leading by 54 points to 25. Brandon Louis will give it back to Ibrahim Odza, top point scorer for Canada in that first half with eight points. Looking to get an early couple of points there for the Canadians, and Chaudhry unable to convert, and away come Turquia once again. Number 8 is Onur Ayan. Offensive foul called against Onur Ayan. Ibrahim Odza towards Chaudhry. It was a little bit too far away from Chaudhry on that occasion. Bit of a mismatch there on the other side of the court as the Turquia number 7 Hassan will convert for Turquia. Foul on that occasion. It's going to go against Mehmet Payam. Odza will pay it back to Brandon Louis. He puts up the shot. Rebound was initially collected by Mehmet Payam, and took his eye off the ball at the crucial moment. And Canada will inbound from the Turquia baseline. And the loose pass there from Brandon Louis gives possession straight back to Turquia, and away comes Baran for Turquia, and he will find Hassan, who takes the men in white up to the 58-point mark. 8:32 to play here in the third. Three-point attempt there from Ibrahim Odza. Doesn't land for him on that occasion. Canada almost win it back. For the Canadians, playing it into the paint, where Roden Nagel was unable to take that opportunity. And quick transition from Turquia. Mehmet Payam will push that Turquia score up to 62. Brandon Louis finds Odza. Chaudhry now for Canada. Back to Odza, fakes and finds a bit of space. Doesn't land it though. Picks up the rebound with a tap from Nagel. And Nagel will throw it across to Brandon Louis. Chaudhry, quick one into Nagel, and Nagel will convert and is fouled by Baran Uguz. manipulation there by Broden Nagel, and Turquia will inbound from the left-hand side of the court, and Baran Ugus will pick up the possession. Goes to the big man Hassan, but good work on the defensive end there from Canada. Win the ball back, and Broden Nagel with a good no-hook pass, and he will convert. So good interplay there between Nagel and Odza. Canada pressing a bit high on the defensive side, but gaps opening up in their half, and once again Turquia making the most of their opportunity. Baran Ugus keeps Turquia's points ticking over. Odza for Canada, Louis to Nagel, and Nagel shot doesn't trouble the scorekeeper at all, and on the other end of the court, Hassan takes Turquia up to the 68-point mark. 66. Odza to Nagel, and Nagel converts for Canada. Quick interchange there from the Canadians, and Odza finds Broden Nagel, who converts once again for Canada. And Canada now using the full court press to some success, making a better showing so far in the second half than they did in the first. Brandon Louis. Hassan for Turquia. And Canada win the ball back initially, but Turquia now through Hassan will put up the three. Rebound collected by Ibrahim Odza for Canada. And Odza will find Chowdhury, and that is a timeout called by the Turkish coach, Mehmet Okur, and with 4:48 to play here in the third. Turquia 66, Canada 35. Ayan for Turquia plays it across to Hassan, and Hassan will put up the long range attempt, doesn't land, but rebound will fall to the Turquia team, and Hassan trying to convert 3 attempts now, and eventually Turquia will draw the foul, but technical foul is going to go against Hassan. I think it was more out of frustration of not converting that few attempts there rather than the call made by the referee. So Ibrahim Odza will go to the line for the technical foul infringement, unable to add to the Canadian scoreline. Substitution Turquia, and off goes Mehmet Payam, and onto the court comes Bilal Mert for Turquia. And 2 from 2 for Baran Uguz at the line there. Turkey 68, Canada 35. We have 4 minutes 10 to play here in this third period. And Chowdhury was looking for the pass towards Ty Milton, and eventually Canada do convert. Just keeping their score ticking over. Much better showing here in this third period by the Canadians. Turquia, however, keep on turning their score over. Broden Nagel will play in Ty Milton, who converts. Leading the scoring for Canada with 12, and Abda with the 18 points. Salim struggling to convert for Turkey, but they will pick up the possession. Baran Oguzin with the ball now, puts up the 3. Broden Nagel will pick up the rebound, finds Ibrahim Odza. Odza looking for some space, gets around Onur Ayan initially, and Canada will convert through Broden Nagel. Nagel starting to find a little bit of a rhythm here in this third period, and Canada will look to him to continue that run. But on the other end of the court, Turkey keep the points piling on. 72 plays 41, and we're moving towards the final 2 minutes of this third period. Ibrahim Odza for Canada. Brandon Louis looking to get past Onur Ayan, but Hassan back onto the court for Turkey, as is the number 10 Bilal Mert. Onur Ayan will put up the three. Doesn't land. Rebound collected by Broden Nagel. Nagel looking for help from his teammates, and Turquia will win the possession straight back. And Hassan unable to convert, but the rebound collected by Baran Oguz. And he converts for Turquia. Odza for Canada finds Brandon Louis. Quick pass to Chowdhury. Space opens up for Chowdhury, and he will take Canada up to 43, and we move into the final minute of this third period. And Baran keeps his personal points tally ticking over nicely. He's now up to the 18-point mark. Could make that 19, leading the scoring of this game. And Broden Nagel will convert for Canada. Takes his personal tally up to 16 points in the game. Hassan now for Turquia. Final minute and a half of this third period. And that, in fact, is the end of the third period. Turquia 76, Canada 45, and we'll be back shortly for the final quarter of this game. So final quarter action about to get underway here in Sao Paulo. Turquia will pick up the possession with Arda, and he will to get into the paint. Long range attempt there doesn't fall for Turquia, and Arda will pick up the possession for the Europeans. Unfortunate turnover there for Canada, but Turquia give the position straight back to the Canadians. Ibrahim Odza for Canada. Plays it out to Jeff Ward. Ward will need to get the shot up as the shot clock was winding down, and he converts for Canada. So 47 points for the Canadians. And Arda takes his points tally for this game up to 18 points. So Arda and Baran having a tussle for the game-leading point scoring. Shot clock at 6, and Hassan unable to convert, but Arda will pick it up, and his wheel's going out of bounds, so Canada will win back possession there, and 8 minutes 11 to play in this game. Ibrahim Odza converts, takes Canada up to 49 points. And, doesn't land for Turquia on that occasion. Odza will be fouled there by Mehmet Payam. Canada in possession. Jeff Ward on the ball for Canada. Sets himself up for the mid-range shot there, and converts for Canada up to 51 points now with 7 minutes 17 to play in this game. And once again, Turquia will have an opportunity. Nagel in position for Canada, and trying to find a pass through to Jeff Ward, but turning the ball over. 3-point successful there for Turquia, and they edge up to 81 points. Brodenagel for Canada, closely watched there by Virat from Turquia, but Ibrahim Odza finds all the space he needs. Brodenagel unable to get the ball over the top, but Canada will eventually win it back, and in possession now for Canada is Bernard Rosello. Nagel working hard to win the ball back for Canada. Jump ball is called by referee Wang, and Canada will pick up the possession thanks to the alternating possession rule. Pass on that occasion towards Nagel. It's a little bit too high, and Turquia win the possession back. 5:32 to play in this game, and Vidat for Turquia, and he converts. And Bernard Rosello there hesitated and lost the possession, and Turkia's number 11 Arda with the possession plays it into the paint, where Vidat takes Turquia up to the 87-point mark, and we will move into the final 5 minutes of this game. Keaton is now on court for the Canadians. That for Turquia. Baran will put up a mid-range shot. Takes Turquia up to 89 points. Timeout is called by Canada. Brandon Louis in possession for Canada. Cameron Gallowitz on court now for the Canadians. Broden Nagel, wayward attempt, and Turquia come away with it once again. Gallowitz in possession for Canada. Plays it across to Jeff Ward, and Ward will play it through to Bernard Rosello, who tries to get the shot up, but good work there from Salim defensively. Turquia once again. Baran Ogus in possession. Ogus will set himself up for the three, but rather opts to play it into Vidat, who was fouled, and he will go to the line for two. Successful on both attempts there is Vidat, and Canada now in possession with Brandon Louis. Louis will put up the three and lands it, so good shot there from Brandon Louis. 56 for Canada, 2:50 to play here in this game. Turquia now edging closer to the triple figure mark. Of course, yesterday, dominant performance over Israel, putting on 111 points. Definitely one of the teams to watch for the rest of this tournament. Brandon Louis gets the ball back from Gallowitz, back to Gallowitz. Gallowitz puts up the shot, rebound collected by Baran Uguz. Final 2 minutes of this match. And good hand there from Broden Nagel. Referee will stop the players. Salim was on the court, fallen onto the court, should I say. Jeff Ward now for Canada to Brandon Louis. Ward to Nagel. Nagel will look for some space. Plays it out to Rosello, and Rosello unable to make that count. Baran for Turquia. Bernard Rosello there, just losing control, and gives possession straight back to Turquia. So 93 plays, 56, 114 to play in this Pool A encounter. 2025 IWBF U23 Men's World Championships. And Turquia will move up to the 95-point mark as Bilal Mert converts for the men in white. Sorry, not Bilal Mert, that was Hamza Orkun. Final minute of this game. Canada in possession with Brandon Louis now, trying to get some consolation points for the Canadians. And Louis will play it to Jeff Ward. Back to Broden Nagel. Shot clock at 5. Nagel will have to put up the shot. He does. And 24-second violation goes against Canada. So Turquia with 38 seconds will look to add to their points tally, edging towards the 100-point mark. Three-point attempt there, in and out, doesn't land for Turquia, and Broden Nagel will slow the play down. 24 seconds. 24 seconds left. Foul's going to be called against Vidat, and Nagel will inbound the ball for Canada. Bounce gets away from Jeff Ward on that occasion. 21 to play in this game, 21 seconds. And that will be the end of the game. So Turquia will come away with a 95 points to 56 victory over Canada. And definitely one of the teams to beat here in this 2025 IWBF U23 Men's World Championship. So at the end of the game, Turquia 95, Canada 56.